Hello again, my Massachusetts home buying and selling brethren. This is your real estate enabler, Dan Bernal, here in the heart of the beautiful North Shore. And everybody's all freaked out because we are about to get hit with Frankenstorm, the storm that killed Halloween. You know, this sounds awfully familiar. Not so long ago, we were hit with Hurricane Irene. And now it's Hurricane Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Sorry, I'm a Grease fan. So Hurricane Sandy's on the way up, and I can't help but remember not so long ago when I did a video preparing for Hurricane Irene, which did do a little bit of damage around here, but not as much as everyone thought. And I really got to the core of what people should be doing to prepare for this kind of a storm. And I'm going to do the same today, which is, let's stock up on some spirits. So we're going to go down to Busa Wine and Spirits in South Salem and talk to my old buddy Tony Gallo, see what his recommendations are for wines to get us through the pending Frankenstorm. Let's see what he has to say. All right, we're back again here with Tony Gallo over at Busa Liquors, and it's time to stock up for yet another hurricane. So Tony, let's have it. All right, Tony, what's new? What do we need to get us through the storm?
We have, you know, price points for every budget. We got a very easy to drink Pinot Noir from south of France for 2 for $12. And it's nice and easy to drink. I mean, it's not terribly complex, but it does the trick.
That's why I appreciate you're always honest.
We have others that are a lot more complex for more money.
There you go. Let's see if I. All right, well, we're gonna have to start filling up this this cart in a minute. There's a storm coming, you know.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's
this right. I've actually had this right here. This is Sierra de Viento, and this is actually pretty good. Grab one of those.
The Tempranillo, is that the Ganache?
That's the Ganache.
That's the Ganache.
Yep, new. Something I might not have had.
There's a lot of nice Bordeaux that have come in.
All right, give me. What do you got for inexpensive, reasonably priced? I'll say Bordeaux.
Got a lot of $10 Bordeaux that are actually darn good.
All right.
And then we get some that are a little bit more money, of course.
Pick your favorite. We're still not good with Bordeaux in my house. We don't know them well enough. So give me a recommendation.
Well, sometimes the thing with Bordeaux is that they need to, you know, if they can be what they call tight, especially if they're only a couple years old.
Okay.
So, you know, sometimes they need some aging.
So slightly older would be better then?
A lot of times, yeah.
All right, well, I see an 09 you got standing up there. Is that old enough to be worth drinking this year?
You know what? I would go for it. And if you really like it, you can throw a few in the cellar.
All right.
And what I would do with it is I would open it ahead of time. Even decant it if you can. If you have a decanter,
we do?
put it in a decanter.
All right. Now we're making some progress.
Now we're doing it. That's right. I forgot that you like those. That you like that $10 price.
We do. Well, you know, we try and be reasonable. Gotta fill up the house.
Actually, that's a relatively new wine.
Isn't it?
That's the red blend from Argentina.
Right, and their Malbec's great.
People. Right.
All right, let's give it a try.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. They call it the Colossal.
I guess it's a big taste.
We kind of just started this out. I mean, how often do you see as Weigelts from? This is a great red wine from Austria.
Zweigelt.
As Weigelt, not many.
What's the vibe on Zweigelt?
I personally
Sounds
love
cool.
it. I had the fortune of actually going to Vienna a couple of years ago, and really enjoyed it. We drank a lot of Zweigelt and Veltliner. Runa Veltliner is the white wine from Austria.
Describe it a little bit.
I would say it's a little bit like a Beaujolais.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be a little bit like a Pinot Noir, but it's relatively easy to drink. You know, light to medium bodied.
You know what? Let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's very nice. If you have a Wiener Schnitzel or some sausage, you know, any kind of sausage, that would work wonderfully.
All right.
Goulash.
Well, we're making a pork roast tonight.
Well, you know what?
That might work.
Pork is perfect.
There you go.
They eat a lot of pork over there. All right. So there's a couple of others here. It's a real cool wine guide. Wine. It's from the south of France. It's all Cabernet Franc.
Okay.
Which is really cool. It's a lot of people don't know much about Cabernet Franc.
Then describe it for us.
Putting me on the Cabernet Franc is not as gutsy as Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot. It's a lot of times used as a blending grape.
Okay.
But on its own, can take on a character that is just more subtle, Again, not as big and chewy.
Okay.
Maybe Roussan.
All right, so hang on. We had a white and a Chianti over here you were liking, and grabbing the Chianti. I don't drink a lot of white, so you really have to sell me on that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have more of a, it's going to have a rounder taste. It's not going to have this real, like, brightness like you get from Sauvignon Blancs.
Okay.
It's not going to be...
Good, because I don't like
no
those.
oak.
All right.
Sometimes they can use some Chardonnay, but in the French, it's not the same as the Yogi California Chardonnay.
And you said it's got some Viognier in it, which I've been hearing a lot about, but I haven't tried.
Sometimes some Vermentino.
I have not tried any of these. You know what? So I got to try it.
And actually, if anybody's heard of 90 plus, they kind of
they do.
They have what they call the French fusion, which is about the same.
All right.
Yeah, and it's good.
They have a ton of great wines.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole value thing. But that actually comes from a supplier in France as opposed to a gentleman.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you were saying the Centimora is very good, so I'm going to try this.
Very good.
All right.